Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This channel mainly focus on the stories of enterprises and entrepreneurs with firm and indomitable future in the world. Hope you like it.
Today's video will introduce China National Nuclear Corporation, which is in the first rank of China's state-owned enterprise system and ranked 364th among the world's top 500 enterprises, with an annual revenue of $38.3 billion. When it comes to the history of China National Nuclear Corporation, it can be traced back more than 60 years ago. On November 16, 1956, the 51st meeting of the Standing Committee of the National People's Congress approved the establishment of the Third Ministry of Machinery Industry. Its functions are to take charge of the development of the national nuclear industry, research and development, and manufacturing of nuclear weapons, and participate in the 2 bombs and 1 satellite project. At that time, the minister was the founding General Song Wen-cheung, and the vice minister was Chen Shan-cheong. On October 15, 1957, the signing of the China-Soviet New Technology Agreement for National Defense marked the comprehensive and in-depth start of China's cutting-edge national defense industry. In this context, to further refine the division of labor, the 3rd Machinery Department was officially renamed the 2nd Machinery Department by 1958. However, from June 1959 onwards, the Soviet Union unilaterally tore up the agreement and gradually withdrew the equipment taken away by aid scientists and technicians. The equipment that could not be taken away was deliberately destroyed, along with the research data files. At this point, the central government decided to rely on its own efforts to develop atomic bombs. On June 21, 1958, Chairman Mao stated at the expanded meeting of the Military Commission that the country must develop atomic bombs, hydrogen bombs, and intercontinental missiles. In the autumn of 1958, Vice Minister Chen Shan-cheong of the Second Ministry of Machinery approached 34-year-old Deng Xiaoping, saying that the country was going to launch a big artillery battle and asked if he was willing to participate in this strictly confidential work. Without hesitation, Deng Xiaoping agreed and only told his wife that he needed to transfer his job and could no longer take care of his family and children. Communication was difficult, but his wife expressed her support. From then on, Deng Xiaoping's name completely disappeared from publications and external contacts, and he only appeared in the strictly guarded abyss and the Gobi Desert. On October 12, 1964, at 22:30, an atomic bomb equivalent to 22,000 tons was positioned at a height of 102 meters above the ground. On October 16, at 3 p.m., following the countdown rule of the command center, the atomic bomb, codenamed Miss Chiu and assigned the code number 596, successfully exploded at the Lopner Nuclear Weapons Test Base in China, at 40 degrees 48 minutes 45 seconds north latitude and 89 degrees 47 minutes 24 seconds east longitude. This signified China's ability to independently develop nuclear weapons and showed the world that even if the Chinese people were to leave the West, they could still stand tall and proud. Let us move the timeline back to the end of 1960, 7 years prior. Under the leadership of Chen Shan-cheong, a group of young scientists, mainly consisting of physicists, quietly started exploring the theoretical aspects of hydrogen bomb technology. For one young scientist, this shift from basic research to nuclear weapons research was a significant loss. He enjoyed basic research both physically and mentally, and had already achieved great success in his field at that time. Research on nuclear weapons not only entailed a heavy workload and strong collective nature, but also required him to give up his bright academic future, remain anonymous, and travel all year round. Until 1988, his name and identity remained strictly confidential. He had never been abroad and was almost the only authoritative physicist who had never studied nuclear weapons. Starting almost from a blank sheet of paper and relying on their own diligence, Chinese scientists delved into theoretical exploration by drawing inferences. From the atomic bomb to the hydrogen bomb, the time comparison of breaking through experimental theories shows that Americans spent 7 years and 3 months, the British spent 4 years and 3 months, the French spent 8 years and 6 months, and the former Soviet people spent 4 years and 3 months. The main reason was the complexity of calculations, and at that time, Chinese equipment could not compare with theirs. There was only one electronic tube computer that could calculate 10,000 times per second, and 95% of the time had to be allocated to calculations related to atomic bombs, while the remaining 5% was allocated to hydrogen bomb calculations. In 1965, one of the scientists, Yu Minute, was transferred to work at the 9th Research Institute of the 2nd Machinery Department. On June 17, 1967, 32 months after the explosion of Miss Chiu, China's first hydrogen bomb successfully exploded. Yu Minute, the hidden leader who ordered a larger artillery barrage than the atomic bomb, was instrumental in China's nuclear research efforts. By the end of the program, we must also pay tribute to the heroes who have forged ahead on the path of China's nuclear research, illuminating the way forward with the shining light of remembering the glory of the Republic. In May 1982, the Second Ministry of Machinery Industry was officially renamed as the Ministry of Nuclear Industry. In April 1988, with the deepening of reforms and the transformation of government functions, the Ministry of Industry abolished its original functions and transferred them to the newly established Ministry of Energy. At the same time, China Nuclear Industry Corporation was established to undertake scientific research, development, construction, production, and operation in the nuclear industry, including nuclear power, nuclear fuel, and applied technology, as well as foreign economic cooperation and import and export business. Through this, China Nuclear Industrial Group Company, Limited emerged with a brand new and better posture after strengthening its muscles and bones. During the periods of the 3rd Machinery Department, the 2nd Machinery Department, and the Nuclear Industry Department, CNNC also contributed to the educational cause of New China with its own strength. 5 higher education institutions were established at different times, including the Central South Institute of Technology in 1959, East China Geological College in 1982, Suzhou Medical College in 1962, North China Third Industrial School in 1951, and Nanjing Institute of Technology in 1983. Over time, these institutions underwent name changes, and today only 5 are well known as Nanhua University, Donghua University of Technology, Suzhou University Medical Department, Inner Mongolia University of Technology, and Nanjing University of Engineering. In June 2018, the Tianjin municipal government signed a strategic agreement with CNNC to invest in the construction of China Nuclear Industry University in Tianjin. This reflects how nuclear energy is being utilized to benefit the people, instead of solely being a weapon of defense. From the 3rd Machinery Department to the 2nd Machinery Department during the founding of the Republic, to the Ministry of Nuclear Industry, and now the CNNC, the journey has been marked by trials and hardships, but has been guided by the care and trust of the motherland. This has given the people a sense of security and strength that is unending. In just 60 years, CNNC has grown from a company with almost no experience to a supergiant enterprise with 100,000 employees and a registered capital of 59.5 billion yuan. This includes 9 specialized companies and 13 directly affiliated units, making it a major player in the nuclear industry. China's efforts in the field of nuclear energy have also seen significant progress with the development of an artificial sun. This domestically produced fusion experimental device achieved a fusion discharge for 1,000 seconds, surpassing the previous world record held by the West at 400 seconds, with temperatures reaching 1,600 million degrees Celsius. The construction of the Qinshan nuclear power plant began in 1985, and after the hard work of countless engineers, technicians, and workers, it was completed and put into operation in 1991. By January 22, 2015, 9 units of the Qinshan nuclear power plant had generated 510 kilowatt-hours of continuous electricity, equivalent to saving 15 million tons of coal and reducing 41.5 million tons of carbon dioxide. Currently, nuclear power accounts for 7% of China's total energy supply, which can cover the electricity demand of over 90 million people. Do you know whether you are using thermal power, hydropower, or nuclear power? As a major player in China's nuclear applications, the Nuclear Power Group not only benefits China but is also the only enterprise in China that has achieved mass export of nuclear power plants, exporting 7 approved units to Pakistan alone. In the 60 years since the founding of China's nuclear industry, the integrated group has established the trinity goal of building an advanced nuclear industry system and a world-class group with global competitiveness to promote China's development as a world nuclear industry power. It has also established the core values of corporate mission and responsibility, safety, innovation, and coordination to be strong and powerful, benefiting mankind. Finally, let's take a look at the moment when our Chinese-built reactor started up. Thank you very much for watching.